Gonna go over some of the things I have left, and we'll go through this as quickly as we can. So what I do is I tell you what it is, and I have it written down. I write them down right here, and I put a list down in the description box below, and you tell me what you put in an order. You tell me what you want. Send me an email. My email address will be the first thing you see down below, and I will take the stuff out and put it all together and bill you. And as I take the stuff out, I will remove it from the list down below. So if you watch this video, check the list to see if the item that you want is there, and if it's not, that means it's gone. And I tend to update the list once a day. So the first thing I have are time cards. You can get a set of 20 of them for $1. Okay, blank, brand new time cards, 20 for $1. I have Better Homes and Gardens magazine for $3 each. This one is March of 1964. So you just tell me you want March of 64. The content is pretty good. You know, it's pretty neat 1960s stuff, including some fun ads and some nice decorating shag rug homes. Okay. The second one I have is December of 73. So you just tell me you want the December of 73 issue, and I will get you that one. And then this is the same thing. Some nice ads. This is the Christmas issue, so you will have Christmas decorating and food and ads in this copy. Okay, so this is December of 73. And I have November of 64. Okay, so November of 64, and it comes with free notes from some child. And this has some holiday stuff, some Thanksgiving recipes and decorating, and it's got, again, some cool ads. I have a ladies' home journal, which would also be $3. It's got Nixon and his daughter. And this has a lot of nice, this one is no longer together, by the way. This one had come apart, but this also has some nice ads and some nice collage material. So ladies' home journal, $3. I have this Better Homes and Gardens binder only, okay, for $4. It has pencil mark on the front. I do think you could get it off. I do think a cleaner will get the pencil mark off. So you have that option there. Better Homes and Gardens binder. Let me move these because everything else is just going to fall. This is a Latin grammar book. So you can just tell me you want the Latin book. It's the only one of its kind. From 1918. And in it, obviously, there's delicious vintage style pages. And it's a really good quality book because it is a textbook. So that's the Latin. Nice olive green cover too. Dolls to make for fun and profit. It has somebody put things in here too. So you got some ephemera. And somebody started cutting something out here. It's got a little face. It's got some little legs. So you got yourself a work in progress. And it's just got a lot of cool ideas for sewing and creating some dolls. Look at that. You get all kinds of stuff in here. Look at all that fun stuff. So, yeah. This is $4. I'll start with the wrapping paper. The wrapping paper is $2. It has a little piece cut out. Right here. A little chunk cut out. But it has all these squares. I've had wrapping paper like this, and I have cut the squares out and used those as ephemera pieces in journals that I have made. So this is $2 for the American Greeting wrapping paper. Now we'll go on to the postcard album. It's $4. It's very fragile. The paper is very delicate. So this is $4. This book, Little Girls, What Little Girls Are Made Out of. $3 for this one. Okay. And it's glossy pages, but it's full of gorgeous pictures and cute little poems and sayings and stuff. Okay. And then I have my invoice pads. They are $1.50 each. If you buy 10 or more, then they are $1 each. And you have a black and you have a red copy of with each number. So it's 50 numbers and 100 pages in this, in these pads. And like I said, if you get 10 or more, it is $1 a piece. I have got 8 or 9 of these practical salesmanship books left. Look at that. Look at that leather. Isn't that cool? So the practical salesmanship books, there's nothing really interesting. You might catch an occasional chart or, you know, example of something in here. But I got them because of these really cool covers. So the practical salesmanship is $3. So the next one I have is a Good Housekeeping cookbook. It's a nice thick book, and the cover is really nice. And it has some nice old cookbook images in it. Okay. And the year on this one is 1963. So this book is $3. Little tags. And it is $1, and I will cut you some jute. I can't cut the jute. I took these tags and I embossed them. Some of them have gears, some of them have flowers, little paisley designs. I have some Tim Holtz embossing folders that I did, like postal. Oh, this one is clocks. So there are 12 of these, and you will get one of each for $1. You could just let me know how many sets you want. And some of them I have tied and some of them I haven't. Are my tags, tickets, and cards packs. The tags, tickets, and cards packs, they are $10 each. I have numerous. So with this, you get some little clothing tags. They have pins. They're from a dry cleaners. And they are scored. And there are 10 of those. That's why I put them in here, because of the little pins. You get one of my invoice pads. These are blank card catalog cards. You get a handful of guest checks. These are not blank card catalog cards. Rolodex cards. These are library cards. You get white and blue. The blue ones are old. Alterations. Repair tag. These came out of a little notebook, old planner binder. Some claim checks. These are invoices. They have the 2 copies with them, so I got a bunch of those. A layaway tag. More claim checks. This is that little paper. Come on. Like this. Game card. This is scorecards from a game. A whole bunch of tickets in a whole big array of colors. Green and blue, pink, red, yellow. Got a couple of different reds. Got some white. More blue, dark green. These ones are old, the pink ones. And a couple of sheets of Rolodex cards that are together but perforated. Okay, so these are 10 for these packs. And these are both of these are $10 each. So these are interdepartment envelope blank forms and interdepartment envelope book pages. 10 each. Real quick, we'll bomb through the blank forms. Now, this isn't all blank, but most of it is, so that's why I named it that. Ooh, something stuck. Something stayed in. Alright, so I included a bunch of blank pages that I keep aside for my journals, except for these, which are a deli paper with, like, writing, you know, text on them. I also included, these are 2 pages of circle labels, okay? They're already dyed, like, not, I didn't dye them, they came that way, but they look dyed. These came out of a small, newer style ledger book, so 2 folios of that. Some of my dyed music paper. This is a cotton resume paper. This is a cardstock. They call them a personnel form, and it's like a nice thick card paper. This is some stationery. This is business cards. A couple pages of graph paper. A couple pages of engineering paper, which is gridded on one side. Bank ledger paper. Ocean stationery. Roses. Certificates. Teachers organizer books. This is, they call this celery paper. More stationery. These were tab dividers from a company, but I liked the pages were nice, so I kept the blank pages. Blank invoices. And this is a large visitor register, and inside I included this little form too, which is very nice. So this is the blank forms. And the book pages. This one comes with a lot, so be ready. Okay, they all come with some kind of little cookbook or household booklet, and at some point in their life they got wet. That is not mold. That is what glossy paper does when it gets wet. It gets spotted. I don't know if it's the chemicals or whatever, but it's not mold. I gave you some books, some pages out of some of my bird books, and some of my plant books. So you get a handful of these, okay? Plants, pretty illustrated plants, and birdy birds, okay. A random selection of dictionary pages from a handful of different dictionaries that I use. This is all stuff that I use and I pull from all the time, okay? So these are dictionaries. Hymnal pages, there's a bunch of these, and I left them in the folio form. Encyclopedia pages, I left as many of these as folios as I could. So you get a bunch of those. These are folios. This is from a different encyclopedia. This is German, the old style German text. Get some of that. Get some Asian book pages. This is from a German literature book. It's German and English text. These came from a art collector's catalog, map, a National Geographic map, some clip art paper. This is from a National Geographic book that has some nature things in it from different places of the world. Canada's Ancient Shield. This came from an old almanac. Not an old one, a new style almanac book. But it has some cool graphics in it, so I kept it. Plant books. Art books. You know, those fancy coffee table books that have really nice pictures. Well, that's where all this is from. Okay. And I included some literature pages from a book. These feel like rice paper. I mean, onion skin paper. I'm sorry. It's really thin. Believe it or not, they dye pretty nicely. So this is like a book page soup, but it's in an interdepartment envelope. So this is book page. You could just say like envelope book pages or envelope blank forms, whichever is easier for you. Alright, but I have a book page soup and a blank forms that are not in envelopes, and I will show you those. This is my last vintage ephemera pack. I have one. They all have a matchbook, these tickets, a blank postcard, a bunch of handwritten notes and things, including stamps and fountain pen writing and school notes and penmanship notes. This one comes with a tax form from 1943. Typewritten, some blank little ticket things, invoices, receipts from different places, vintage junk mail, might get some of that. They don't all have the exact same stuff, obviously. You can't match vintage ephemera. They all have some kind of a map or a book. This is from Allegheny County, North Carolina. They all have checks, another one of them little forms. They all got some old checks, some business cards, some filled out postcards. There's another one of those tickets. And a bunch of touristy postcards that are blank. And that is $8. All right. This is my blank form soup is what I call it. Blank form soup. 10. And book page soup. 10. Alright, so this comes out of my stash also. It's stuff that I use. I have guest checks, rook playing cards. These distress very nicely. These are invoices that I dyed green. This is from a card box. These are flash cards. These also distress very nicely. Score cards from some kind of a game. These are textured small scrapbook paper pieces, just blank colors, and they've got a texture to them. Some old index cards that I tea-dyed. This was grid paper from a DuPont NASCAR racing notebook. I don't know what its purpose was. Miscellaneous stationery pages, some Cool Dude, some apples, some pink pages, more scorecards. These are pages from a planner, like little binder. They're old. Some vellum sheets. Got a bunch of those. Got a bunch of blank white invoice pages with the yellow copies. Miscellaneous stationery. These are cards that these went together in some kind of a filing system. I don't have the filing system. I just have the cards, so included some of that. These are journal pages from those journals like you used to buy at bookstores and Staples, and I'm sure you can still buy them there. Stationery, old notebook paper, stationery, 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 stationery. More of this journal paper. These ones have birds, and some pistol targets. So this is my blank form soup, even though it's not all blank. The majority of it is, so that's why I call it my blank form soup. And then my book page soup. Book page, soupage. Alright. These are pieces that I folded, and I was going to sew them, but they do not sew very well. So these will work well to make tucks and bands in your journal pages. This is from a zip code book. German, this is from that German literature book. It's got German and English text. You might catch an image or something here and there. Some phone book pages. I've had people been asking me about phone book pages. More dictionary, math. This is from a geometry book, so there's some cool looking charts and things. This is from a vintage Sears and Roebuck, but this is like the reproduction, but it's still a vintage book. This is from a textbook of some sort. Greek pages, recipe pages, random recipe pages and cards, dictionary pages. These are all folios that I took out of my stash. Some more of that onion skin feeling paper, like it's some kind of, it's like a literature anthology. Just random book pages of varying vintage. This is a book called Popsicle Weeks. Believe it or not, I read through the lines on these books, and I cut sayings, because they've got some weird sayings in that book. These are from a bird book. They've just got definitions and words and stuff. These are from a coin book. Coins, I cut them out, and I use them to embellish things like journaling cards and tags. More book pages from random books. That one's an old one. Oh look, I added some more of the German pages in here. Get some more of those. More random book pages that I cut the borders off of. This is a cover of some kind of a magazine. This is music pages from some kind of a children's music book. And this is just from a children's book, I think. Book pages, I've got, this is an Italian book about where to get Michelin tires in Italy. And so it's written in Italian. More Greek pages, and that's it for the book page soup. $10 for the book page and the blank form soup. Baptist hymnals, $3 a piece. I've got a handful of these. I got 10, I believe, or 8, I'm sorry. I got 8 of them. And these pages die very nicely. They're not old hymnals, but they are hymnals, and hymnal pages die beautifully. $3 for the hymnal. Magazines for $1 a piece to all you glue bookers. I have got gardening magazines with gorgeous quality paper and gorgeous images and illustrations too. Okay, $1 for the gardening, or birds in bloom. So you just let me know which magazine you want. I don't have any birds in bloom in here. I can't take every single magazine out. I'm sorry. I have got a ton of magazines, and they're all $1 a piece. Our State, this is the North Carolina State magazine, also has some great collage stuff for glue booking, for just magazine collage art, for letter art, whatever you want to do. These got great pages. I also have archaeology magazines and biblical archaeology magazines, okay, that you can also order. And I have a bunch of sci-fi magazines, and if you're interested in those, send me an email and we can talk about a price. Those will be more than $1 each, because some of them are limited edition and whatever. Like I have Star Trek limited edition magazines, and I have a bunch of sci-fi stuff that I mean regular sci-fi magazines that I would probably do for $1 a piece. And anybody who orders from me, if you are interested in a magazine, I will be giving Country Living and Southern Living magazines. You pick which one you want, and you will get one for free. So Country Living and Southern Living, and this is while supplies last, obviously. But I do have a good supply, so they should last. Okay? Free magazine, Country Living or Southern Living. All right? And all the other magazines, let me see if there's ones I've inventoried my whole magazine stash, okay? So I have Birds in Bloom, those are $1. The Our State magazine you saw, those are $1. The Garden Gate, which is what you saw, those are $1. Country Gardens, which is similar to the Garden Gate, those are $1. Southern Living are free if you put in an order. Country Living free. Regular sci-fi magazines $1. Archaeology magazines $1. Smithsonian magazines $1. Biblical archaeology $1. Sci-fi TV $1. History Today $1. Cinescape $1. Sci-fi Spotlight $1. I have one TV Plus. I don't know what the deal with that was, but it's $1. Omni magazine $1. Sci-fi Entertainment $1. Sci-fi Universe $1. Star Trek Deep Space Nine, I have volumes 1 to 25. And Star Trek The Next Generations, I have volumes 1 to 8, 10 to 24, and 27. So I have a mixture of that specific collection. But all those magazines, except for the Star Trek ones, are $1. Okay? Magazines, $1. Linens, okay? I have linen packs. They are 5 for $5. All right? And you can just tell me what you want, embroidered, crocheted, or lace style. If you want napkins, if you want grungy, I've got lots. They're all grungy. They're all old. A lot of them are torn. So that's why they're $1 a piece. But I've got a large selection. If you look down at my flea market video, you'll see most of the whole selection. But obviously I sold some at the live sale. But I still have a good chunk left. So they are 5 for $5. And they are just a bunch of miscellaneous linen pieces. Just kind of give me an idea of what you're looking for, and I will do the best that I can to get you the stuff that you are looking for. I have the lace bags still. Any of these that don't sell will go to Defy. It's like 8 to 10 pieces of 1 to 2 yard chunks of lace. They're all a little bit different. They all have a lot of the same stuff, and they're $5 a bag for the lace. A coin book for $3 if you want to cut coins out. Betty Zane from Zane Grey. This Zane Grey is a Western novelist, so if you're looking to write a Western book, there are some pictures in here. Make a Western journal. You can with that. I have wallpaper packs. I have packs of 20 for $5 right here. Packs of 50 for $10. They all include 9 by 12 and smaller down to like 4 by 6. A cup of Christmas tea would make an awesome Christmas journal. Okay, this is $2 for this book. It's got some nice pictures in it too. But I think that it would just make a great Christmas journal. $2. Don't throw it away. This is a $4 book. It's full of ideas of what to do with all kinds of recycled materials. It's got lists of what to keep. Child Craft, the animals, about animals. This one is $4. And obviously this is the 1980s version. And it's full of great pictures and illustrations throughout the whole thing. I've still got a ton of WORKBASKET magazines from the 60s and 70s. What they are is crafting magazines. I do a flip through in my live yesterday. They've got a ton of stuff from needle crafts, knitting, crocheting, embroidering, right down to, they have paper crafts, they have specialty things. It's like us, it's like our crowd. You know, it's an all-around craft magazine, but they're vintage. And they've got some really good ideas in them, and they are $1 a piece. Napkin packs, 20 miscellaneous napkins from floral to fall to Christmas napkins for $4. A Martha Stewart bookbinding kit. It comes with a whole bunch of stuff, including some chipboard. It comes with a whole bunch of paper, and it comes with instructions in 3 different languages, and this is $5. I have got these huge spools of laces, and they are $1 a yard, and they are all elastic to some extent. So this one here has got this nice flower pattern. You can just say flower pattern or the black flower or whatever. This is the same thing. This is a black with pink lace. You can just say black with pink. This is a black, what would that be, like a scalloped edge. So, you know, you could just say the black with edge, I don't know. And then this one's a black elastic. And so you could say black elastic. I have one white in there. Let's see if I can. Alright, the white has flowers like this, and obviously you could just say white. And they are $1 a yard, as many yards as you want. Fiber packs, eyelash trims. This is 20 yards. They are all 2-yard pieces, and it's $1 a pack. Alright, so it's 20 yards in this pack. It's at least 10 different kinds. Obviously, if it's 20 yards, 2-yard packs, there's 10 different kinds, and there's a ton of different colors. 5 ounces of button soup, which includes some old buttons, and 3 ounces of bead soup, which includes just a big variety of beads. Beads are 3, buttons are 6. This is a vintage anatomy book. It has all kinds of images and notes. I love when people note, like, in the books. So this is an anatomy book. It is $3. This is called The Binding of Books. This is also $3. And obviously it tells you about bookbinding. like professionally bookbind. This is a Better Homes and Gardens magazine from fall and winter 1969 to 1970. And it is about decorating and trends of that time. I have 2 small packs of greeting cards for the fall time. One of them has apples and one of them has pumpkin pie. There are 6 in each and they are $1 a piece. I have 2 automobile books. This one is 100 Years of the Automobile. It is obviously a very large book and it is full of pictures. Okay. So this one is 100 years, and you can just say that, 100 years. And then this one is History of the Motor Car, and you can just say, you know, history or history motor car, whatever is easier for you. Also with a ton of pictures and interesting information if you are into that. And these are $10 a piece. This is a Salvador Dali art book. It had an acetate book jacket, dust jacket, but it was brittle and broke in some places at some point in his life, and it is full of Dali's art. There are some colored images that are not stuck in all the way, and the majority of the images and artwork is in black and white. So this book is $20 to anybody who is interested, a collector of Dali. This is $20. I have 2 of my glue books left. One of them is Pendulum 86 and one of them is the Spartanian 1963. You also get this giant package of fussy cut images and all kinds of collage fodder, including book pages and maps and texture, designed paper and all kinds of stuff. Napkins and all kinds of collage stuff. And it is full of paper, including yearbook pages that came in the yearbook, but it's filled with a mixture of amazing papers to glue on and collage on, and I tried to use the best quality papers, including these gorgeous wrapping papers from Vera Wang that are really thick and luscious. So I have 2 of those left, so you can just say if you want the Pendulum or the Spartanian, and they are $40 each. Questions children ask. This book is $3 and it is full of amazing illustrations and it's in really good shape. The Golden Geographic Encyclopedia. This book is $7 and it's got some great pictures in it. An atlas, $7. Obviously, it is full of maps. And it's a big atlas. $7. This book is a commemorative stamp book from 1992. And this book is $2. And it's full of great pictures. Not only that, though, but the paper is a great quality if you wanted to use this book itself for an art journal. A kid's book named My Name is Nicole. Cute illustrations. That is $2. This watercolor book, it's like a class. It's like an innovative course in transparent watercolor for $2. And if nothing else, it's got great pictures to cut out and use for ephemera. So that is $2. Earth, Sea, and Sky. This one is $5. Okay. It's got some great illustrations. And it's just a great book. And Disney's World of Nature is also $5. And it has also got great pictures throughout. This is a local billfold, playbill. It's full of ads and stuff. Pink Fever Follies. That is $3. And Family of Man, which is a soft cover book and full of black and white photos. I think this was done in the 50s. This is also $5. So this is the stuff. If you watched the beginning of my live sale yesterday, I did a flip through. The very first thing I did, which was about 20 minutes in, because the first 20 minutes I kind of flapped my face, from the live sale, I did a flip through of the Flowish style books that I made. And if not, I did an actual flip through video of them the other day, and you'll see that. Supply Flowish is what they're Supply Flowish journals. I do have one left, and it is $50. If anybody is interested, it's got a Mother Goose cover, and it is filled to the brim with amazing paper and amazing vintage ephemera. So take a look at that. I have one left for $50, and that is everything, y'all. So get me your orders to my email, and like I said, I'll have everything listed below with the prices, and you can just let me know what you want, and if it's not on that list, it's no longer available. Ta-ta for now.